Hello, thank you for checking out my thought record spreadsheet here. I'm just going to take you through a quick tutorial on how to use it. So to start off, I'm going to just give you a quick demonstration as to what this spreadsheet involves, what it has included in it, and then how to use it. So quickly looking at it here, there's 4 different tabs on the bottom here. Thought records, distortions, emotions, and a disclaimer. So in the first one, the thought records tab is where you're going to record your thoughts. So here there are about 12 different columns that you can use. We'll go through them one by one here. We've got an entry date, situation trigger, emotions, immediate thoughts, facts for these thoughts, facts against these thoughts, alternative perspectives, emotional outcomes, possible distortions, and then 2 other possible distortions. So in order to, I guess, create a new thought record, there's 2 different ways that we can go about doing this. The first is you can right click on the last entry that you have in the spreadsheet, right click on it and go to insert, and then you can enter a table row above, or you can go down and insert another table row like that. Alternatively, you can click on the new thought record button. Clicking on that will add another column, as you can see by row 24 here, or another row, sorry. So clicking on that, you can make another one and another one and another one to however many you need. Another method for creating another row is to go to the very end of your table and then simply press tab, and that will create a new row for you. So let's go through how this works. So let's start by creating like a new thought record. So today is October 6th. We're going to type in the date, October 6th, hit enter, tab, whatever you want, go to the next one here. You'll have a situation or trigger, and a little pop-up will show up to give you a little thought prompt as to what happened, where, when, with whom, how, stick to the facts. So you type in whatever your situation or trigger was, and then continue on over to the right where you'll include your emotions, and then another thought prompt will show up. As you can see, what emotion did you feel at that time, what else, etc., and so on and so forth with the remaining columns. So just enter in what you need, and that should be good. So when you get to the cognitive distortion part here for selecting a possible distortion as to what your immediate thoughts were, there's a little drop down you can choose to select out of 10 different distortions that are there. And then, yeah, so just choose whichever one you feel is appropriate, and then you can go over to the distortions tab to review the distortions that are listed there. So you can see that each one of the 10 cognitive distortions has a description or example as to what they kind of relate to. Yeah, so that's that one. And then additionally, in the emotional outcomes or your first emotions, we've got an emotions tab here so that you can take a look at what different emotions there are and their appropriate definitions. So if you wanted to, for example, look up a word, you can type in joy right here, and it'll look up the definition from the table. So if, for example, you look up a word that doesn't exist, so let's say, I don't know, gloom, it doesn't exactly exist in the table, so you'll get this data validation error, which says that the word that you entered may not exist in the table. So if you wanted to add this in, you can go to the end of the table, hit tab, and then you can type in your new word just like that, and enter in whatever definition that you see fit for it, and then it'll show up in the table, and then you can now find it in the definition lookup. So that's the thought record spreadsheet as it is right now. Yeah, and I guess additionally we've got these slicers here that you can use to filter your data. So for example, let's say you have a couple different years worth of data here. You can choose which one that you want to see. So we can go to 2021 or 2022 and select different months or days of all of that data that you've kind of included there. So that's pretty cool. You can clear these filters by clicking on the X's here to clear the slicers. And then in case you're wondering, the 1900 years are the blank cells, or any entry date that doesn't currently have a proper date in it will show up as a 1900 year. To get back to the table, just hit that clear filter and you'll be back to the beginning and off to the races. Thanks for checking out the CBT Thought Tracker. Let me know what you think in the comments below.